Visit us at podlanderpresents.com to find information on all of our shows.
So there's this episode of Lost that gets held up in certain circles as an example of everything that went wrong with Lost. There's an argument to be made that Lost found its footing again before the end. The final season is divisive. I know you are on record as a staunch hater. But before all of that, there's an episode that people hold up as the one where things went wrong and as emblematic of what was wrong with Lost at the time. And when I was writing a lot of TV criticism, that would become a thing that I would think about. Like, when an episode went wrong, was it wrong in that way?
Like Lost.
Yes. And the episode is the one where they decide the backstory is, let's explain Jack's tattoo.
Oh, I don't even remember that one.
Correct.
Okay.
It's a whole episode where the flashbacks that you're getting in Lost are, how did Jack get his tattoo? Nobody fucking cares. Nobody fucking cares. It was the reason that it stood out. I mean, it was bad, first of all, but it was an example of like, this is when a premise that you have invested in the well has started to run dry. And instead of figuring out what's next, you just keep doing what you were doing before, and it gets stupider and stupider because you haven't thought about what the next phase looks like.
Right. You haven't thought about the traps you fucking laid for yourself.
No, it's not the traps you fucking laid for yourself. It's that you've committed yourself to thinking, we do things this way.
Okay.
And because you're so committed to that, you don't think maybe we should do them a different way. Maybe we should use our time differently. And I don't think that exactly is what is wrong with this episode of Outlander, a thing that we discuss on Podlander, Drunkcast, and Outlander podcast. I'm Allison.
I'm Julie.
But it's got that vibe. And the reason it has that vibe is because we are, how many episodes from the end? 3?
I think there's either 3 or 4 left.
Okay.
So this was episode 7. So 8, 9, 10. 3 left.
Okay. We have 3 episodes after this. And what they decide to spend their time on and money on, that was a set and 2 actors, one of whom probably makes a pretty penny, on how the baby who wasn't dead learned the song. like
just like Jack's tattoo.
It's Jack's tattoo. It's Jack's fucking tattoo, because we've got limited time, and there's an economy in storytelling, right? This
ain't it.
You give the show your attention, and your attention is rewarded. Right? You engage with the story and then you get something out of it. That is, capitalism is a curse. But in this case, this is just, it's what the exchange that's happening in your brain when you engage with art, right? You give it your time, literally in the case of things that are serialized or just like
long running,
right? Like a
Lost, so many hours I'll never fucking get back. Goddamn pea cave,
and it doesn't mean the pea cave. Oh, Alice and Janney again. Was an example of like, okay, but going back,
yeah.
You give it your time and attention, and like,
sometimes money, like you're paying for streaming.
Sure.
It's an investment,
But the most important thing that you are giving it is your time and attention. Like that is the most finite resource that we have, because we're all going to fucking die. Right? Like a baby that doesn't come back to life.
Oh my God.
We're all going to fucking die. So we have limited time, and we choose, all of us to some extent, choose to give part of our lives over to imagined worlds, right? Imagined people. We learn from stories. We communicate with stories. They're incredibly powerful and they're really important, right?
This is the sickest burn you've ever laid down.
And And the exchange is, I give you this, you give me that. And sometimes what it gives you is great.
Yeah.
A lot of times what it gives you is great. Even when it's bad, it sometimes gives you what's great. Because especially with serialized storytelling, you are investing in characters for such a long time that even when they stumble, you can still care. You can still say like, well, this episode sucked, but I'm still on board because I care about these characters and I'm on board for this story, and I'm engaging and thinking about all of the other things I know about them and have learned about them, and this intimacy that you have with these people who don't exist over the course of this, or that you've earned over the course of all of your engagement, all the time that you've given it. Do you know how hard you have to work to whiff it that badly? You have to say, what I'm giving you back is Jack's fucking tattoo. I know what we have spent our literal money and your literal time on, and it's, don't you want to know how Jack got his tattoo? Like, you watch this episode, which, surprise, sucks. You watch this episode, you're like, okay, I've got one scene left. What are we going to do? What should we see Marcelly and her kids go back to the print shop? Should we see them decide whether or not that's going to be a part of their life? Should we see Claire and Jamie accepting that apparently they have a magic book that's going to tell them some shit? Should we see how Roger and Brianna are reacting as parents to this tragedy?
Nah.
Should we see where William is since he's had his 19th temper tantrum of the series, and see what he's doing?
Can we check in with Lord John Grey and his emotional state after being revealed?
Yeah. Should we maybe go see George Washington? I don't fucking know.
Oh my God.
Any of those things would have been better than wasting Dominique Pignon's time and our time by filling us in on the mechanics of how that worked. I don't fucking care how it works. You want to know why I don't care how it works? Because it's incredibly fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Like, I don't need that. I don't want to know. Did I ask out loud, how the fuck did the baby know the song? Yes, I absolutely did.
Yeah.
But
and then Fanny did, and we laughed.
Yes.
Because we were like, right.
I didn't want an answer. I didn't want the fucking answer because I don't care about the goddamn question.
Yeah.
I am so angry.
It was just not, it was a waste of our time.
We are talking about Outlander Season 8, Episode...
Episode 7. It's called Evidence of Things Not Seen. And you know what? I wish I was more in that realm. It was just so...
Julie, honest to God,
nobody cares about the Faith storyline. Nobody cares.
If this was not the final season, I'd be out. Like, truly. We've never gotten to that point before. There have been some episodes that were bad.
Yeah.
But I always knew there were going to be more great things, and there are still reasons to watch because you're investing, right?
Right.
Like, you're giving.
I love these characters. The actors are great. I love looking at the costumes and the cinematography.
And I want to know what happens.
But
I truly do.
Please stop feeding us this BS.
But this is, I've had this feeling every once in a while where oh, I'm such an easy mark. Do you know how bad you have to fucking screw up to make me be like, you know what, I don't need to see this when you're 3 episodes from the end?
From the finale of
I'm a completist by nature. I have read
8-year
so
series.
many bad romance novels because I just wanted to finish them.
Yeah.
I have read so many bad mystery novels. I have watched so much garbage television.
I'm just thinking about Kevin right now, and I'm like, Kevin is right.
I was thinking, yes, I was thinking that we were going to have to apologize to the dudes.
And I refuse.
Like, I feel like maybe we should let them off the hook.
Maybe they
for
never
the second
have to
half
record
of the season.
No, our fans would be very angry. We have to get the Dudelanders in
Yeah,
here.
but Julie, aren't you worried that Neil might divorce you?
No, absolutely not.
No, of course not. Okay. So
we split it into plot lines like we've been doing in order from...
Hold on.
Yeah.
Directed by who?
Oh, so sorry. Directed by Tracy Deer and written by Tony Graffia.
I think you mispronounced that. It's written by Tony Graffia?
Yeah, I don't know. I
can't fucking believe it.
Like, did they go to like focus groups and somebody told them that this plot line was the most important thing to spend this remaining time on? Like, how did they get this idea?
It's got to be fucking producer interference. Like, it's maybe network interference.
It just feels kind of like a betrayal, especially when we have such limited time left with these characters in this story.
Yeah. So we have ranked our 3 main storylines in this episode from least to most infuriating.
Mm-hmm.
Like little pieces of mystery poetry left on our door. We have decided to rank them from best to worst. That at the point when the always excellent Lauren Lyle innocent.
Yeah, Lauren Lyle completely innocent.
Yeah.
Not her problem.
Yeah. When she started talking in her excellent scene with Sophie Skelton also innocent, about the weird like poem threats that they'd been getting. And she said, his approach was that we were going to laugh about it. We were going to rank them from worst to best, right? I was like, oh God, Fergus is a publisher. It's the listicle economy. Like, oh no. And I just started giggling, and I shouldn't be fucking giggling while Lauren Lyle and Sophie Skelton are doing really good work. Sophie Skelton, maybe her best work of the series. That like, trying not to cry is such a hard thing to play, because when you're crying, if you're trying not to cry, you can succeed, but you want to be crying for the acting, but then you have the character would be trying not to cry. Good. Excellent.
There are good scenes here.
Yes. Yeah. But anyway, I shouldn't be giggling about a fucking listicle in the middle of that scene. That should be harrowing. I'm so mad.
So we ranked them in order from least to most infuriating. And so we've got the 3. The least infuriating. Let's start with least infuriating. So we're going to bring ourselves up a little bit. We're going to give ourselves a little gift. And this is this is everything that happens in the Lord John Grey's Savannah house.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So
you named it The Real Greys of Savannah.
Yeah, The Real Greys of Savannah. What the fuck? This is why it's ranked least to most infuriating, because God, I yearn for this to be the worst thing about this episode.
Yeah.
Like, by comparison, what a delight. What a romp. Yeah. I was mad at it the whole time.
But it did bring the drama.
It did. Like, that's just regular old Outlander badness.
Yeah.
Like, the comfy old, wow, Outlander has misread the room instead of what the actual fuck just happened.
Why did they change the entire plot?
Why are they wasting our time? This is fine. This is just trash.
Yeah.
But
I kind of liked it. So we open for this plot line. We open in the house. This whole plot takes place in the house or on the porch, frankly, where we get a little, it's the fiery cross moment. Amaranthus and Willie are in the parlor, and Willie's like, hey, guess what? Saw your husband. He's alive. And Amaranthus is like, no, you're wrong. And he's like, I am. I'm right. I know everything about it. And then Amaranthus is like, yeah, you're right. But he was going to join the Patriots anyway. And I knew that everybody would think he was a big, stinky traitor and my life would be ruined. So, yeah, I agreed with him that he should pretend to be dead. So she's trying to minimize her role in that. Whatever.
Then William says, okay, but, I'm going to have to tell my not dad and my uncle.
I got to tell Coinface.
Right.
You're under his roof.
We've got to, they're mourning
the death of
very seriously, someone they love, and he's alive. They're going to want to know that he's fucking alive.
And Amaranthus panics a little bit.
They would rather be mad at him than have him be dead.
How did she think that it wasn't going to?
I mean, in her defense, why would William be in a loyalist camp?
Okay.
But maybe she should have warned him.
Whatever. Don't care.
Once she knew he was going with Brianna, you think maybe she would have said something then? Whatever. Anyway, he's like, I have to tell him. She's like, no, you can't. They'll fucking kill him or something. And he goes, oh, you're still in love with him, aren't you? So the gazebo bang.
Yeah, was nothing.
Where nobody took their pants off.
She's trying to protect herself. She's trying to find a soft landing for her and her kid and not to be married to a traitor.
Which is fine. As a storyline, that's fine.
Great.
I just don't understand. Are we supposed to think that she really loves him? What fucking happened?
Who knows? But, one thing that always happens is that Willie has a little shit fit.
Yeah. He actually, comparatively speaking, handles the Amaranthus got your ass pretty well.
Yeah. Lord John comes in and Willie's like, hey, Lord John, what's up, Dad? Guess what?
He tries to cover for her. Initially, he's like, oh, just so you know,
we're
Ben's
just
alive.
Talking. Oh, and then Ben's alive.
Ben's alive, but doesn't say anything about Amaranthus. And Amaranthus says, actually, I have to tell you something. And William tries to be like, maybe take a nap first.
And then Lord John's like, let me break out the brandy.
Yeah, I'm getting the booze. Let's sit down. And then we get a couple of excellent David Barry line readings, like Lieutenant Leonard level snarky. My favorite was when he went, and a lucrative one, or whatever it was.
Oh, yeah. Well, the first one is, never mind the tea, I'll fetch the brandy, which I love. And then when he calls her out for being
There are two in that scene. One is when he talks about the money, and the other one is, I don't know, but he is understandably snarky. And then because he's great, Lord John, he pivots to, okay, so after she busts out, have you ever been hungry? No?
Have you ever
then
gone
shut
hungry?
your fucking rich boy mouth.
I have. And then she shatters one of his crystal rocks glasses and flounces off upstairs. But Lord John hears her and is like, you know what? She's fucking right.
He's like, this
she
sucks,
lied to me.
and I don't approve, but I get why she did it.
Yeah. And Willie's like, fuck that, fuck this, fuck you, and runs out.
So he flounces off to have a temper tantrum.
Mm-hmm.
Because Lord John is like, so just so you know, since he's not dead, she's still married, so you can't be fucking her. Like, you cannot be having an affair with your cousin's wife.
And I will say this for Willie. He does appear to be repulsed by her now a little bit. Just like, oh God, no, I can't. What? So I think his crush is over.
He hits Lord John with I would never get involved with someone who deceives me.
Right. And then all of us are like, ooh,
and
Lord
you
John,
see
no.
Lord John go, oh, Jesus Christ, we're still doing this, huh?
Can you please get out?
Okay. Take a knee, buddy. And we think, oh, okay, well, maybe that's all of our gray drama for today. Nope. Lord John is then working out his feelings on the gazebo, the patio, the porch.
The porch out front. And it's very clear they are doing a lot of work to let us know that it is A, hot, B, probably a little bit dry, and C, for sure windy as fuck.
Yeah.
And what did those three atmospheric conditions have in common?
I don't know.
Really good for fires. And just in case you didn't get that, they have a very specifically placed candelabra right behind Lord John's head with 4 candles, and they're jumping around like crazy. And it's like, you guys.
Yeah.
Enough. Anyway, Lord John is drunk.
He's pouring him back.
Yeah.
And then he sees Percy rock up in a very fancy carriage and is like, I have to tell you something about a mutual acquaintance. And then he tells him something. I don't fucking know what.
Richardson is coming back.
Yeah.
Richardson is returning to Savannah, and Percy is like, I got the news on Richardson. By the way, what are you going to do? Can I ask what you're going to do with him? And Lord John is like, no, you may not. Which is amazing.
It's great. David Barry, I love you.
And then they share a kind of a good scene where Percy tries to remind him of the first time that they touched each other and like, what's up, stepbrother? And he's kind of gross, but he's trying to get some, I guess.
He's 100% trying to get some. I don't know if my anti-Percy feelings are coming from the books or if I'm supposed to be getting him the show, because in the books,
you're like,
skeezy. Leave him the fuck alone.
Yeah, Lord John's too busy being the best.
I don't want Lord John to be hung up on Jamie for his entire life. I want him to move on and be happy, but
not
maybe
with
not with that guy.
He can do so much better.
Oh, so much better.
But Percy presses the issue. Lord John's a little hammered, and Percy gets in for a kiss, and then boom, the drama happens. Willie walks in and sees them kissing. What?
So then he hits Lord John with a lot of...
Percy's like deuces and runs.
Yes. He hits Lord John with a lot of "you're not my real dad and you never will be" energy.
Yeah.
And then eventually calls him a sodomite. And David Barry has this like very small flinch that he does. Mm-hmm. But you think about the Lord John of like Artsmuir era. Mm-hmm. And if somebody had flung something like that at him, I can picture like a full body flinch.
Like, right? Whole body.
Just like horrified, terrified, and horrified. And here you can see Lord John go, oh God, this fucking sucks. But he says, like any parent would if you walked in on them, like, I'm sorry that you had to see that, but we can talk about it if you need to talk about it, whatever. And then when William is throwing this fit, he's like, I am fucking sick of this.
Yeah, I raised you.
Are
Your
you
ingratitude?
Wait. You're asking me if the reason that I raised you is because I prison raped your dad?
Willie does fucking say that shit.
Basically, he infers that because he didn't know that Lord John was the head at Ardsmuir.
He found that out from that dude at that fucking fancy luncheon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he says, well, was he one of your conquests at Ardsmuir?
Or were you one of his?
It was like in Oldsy Times he dropped the soap joke.
Right. And also, are you a top or a bottom? Like, kind of just
horrible.
All together is one shit sandwich.
And granted, like, at the time, historically, the societal norm would have been that what Lord John was doing was repellent and William was doing the right thing.
Right.
But we know it's bullshit, and not just through contemporary lens. Like, don't fucking. That's just your dad. Why are you being such an asshole?
But now he has no father. He says, "I have no father."
Yeah, Lord John tears him a new one, and it's great. I'm sick of your ingratitude.
Somebody had to say it.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Yeah, and then Willie storms out
again. All right, deuces, Willie. I think that about wraps it on the real Savannahs, the real Greys of Savannah.
Yeah, that's going to be it for the best storyline in this episode by a country mile.
Yeah.
That bullshit.
Okay, so next up in the infuriating list, right in the middle, is the print shop. So this is everything that happens with Fergus, Marsley, and their children, wherever they are. I'm
going to say right now, we are going to be liberally talking about what happens in the book, which I again, disclaimer, have not reread in a while. But this part is pretty memorable. So like, I remember it. So if you want to read the books and don't want to be spoiled on what happens in this storyline in the books, you should skip ahead. We'll put a timestamp in the notes. You can just listen to us talk about the Faith storyline.
Hopefully we don't spend too much time on it. But anyway, print shop. So all things Fergus, Marsley, and children.
The headline here, and I don't want to recap what we're talking about because I want to make sure that we leave time for the best scene in the episode, which is in the storyline.
Yeah.
While also talking about why it sucks. The big headline here is that they do a switcheroo on who dies. In the book, it's Henri Christian who dies. It's brutal. It's very upsetting. In the show, it's Fergus. Why? I have no fucking idea. It doesn't make any sense. That roof is not very high.
Maybe he just fell right into the fire, though. You know what I mean?
But he was doing meaningful eye contact with Marsley. Like, why? First, I'd like, don't put your kid on this rope by himself. Go down with him.
He couldn't go down with them because somebody had to crank it. Oh. So that's why he sent the kids down ahead of him.
But you could also, it's a rope. Like, just zip down the rope. Get a rope burn.
Loosen the whole thing and just slide
like
down. Well, regardless.
No, it doesn't make it, it doesn't make, whether or not they would have worked doesn't matter. You try. You try something. That's not a moment you have a meaningful gaze.
Why did he pause?
What? No, there's no reason. It wasn't. Oh my God. So the thing that I find the most offensive about it is the shot where Henri Christian falls and Roger catches him. Because in the moon, it's Germain tossing Henri Christian because I think maybe it was more of them. This is where I'm fudging a little bit. I think maybe it was more of them and they were taking the smaller kids and kind of tossing them and then somebody in the crowd was catching them.
Okay.
But Henri Christian is smaller but still heavy. And when Germain tries to toss him to, I think it's Roger, he just falls wrong and hits the ground and dies. And it's incredibly brutal. And The writing is, I mean, it feels unnecessary, but it's incredibly well done. And like the bear, things happen that we can't control. And there were real risks to being alive then in the first place, but certainly to all of the work that Fergus was doing. He was putting himself and his family at risk by doing it. That doesn't mean he shouldn't have done it.
Yeah. And also print shops are highly flammable.
Yes.
Like that's it's true.
Yeah.
We've already seen one burn down.
Yep.
Here's the second one.
Yeah. So that is what happens in the book. Here, it was dangerous. It makes sense that he would fall through a roof, but nothing about the scene felt honest. It felt like they were like, you know what'll really surprise everybody? What if we change it so it's not Henri Christian and instead it's Fergus? Just don't kill anybody. They're already losing everything. But also, you could just, if the idea here is we should not have Henri Christian die because that is hard. And also, it's not like this show has necessarily done a great job with disability representation all the way through. With some of it, sure. There's a good throwback to Fergus and his hand, but we just got through an episode where they basically said that Cunningham was being punished by losing the use of his limbs.
Right.
And Elspeth was like, if I'm going to be stuck changing his diapers for the rest of my life, I'd want to do it somewhere where I feel safe or whatever it is that she said. So I get thinking maybe we shouldn't kill Henri Christian, but why?
Why would you change the book?
Just don't do it. You could A, cut the storyline entirely.
Yeah.
Or B, just have the fucking print shop burn down and nobody dies.
I don't know why they changed the plot of the book. What in the books, obviously Henri Christian dies and Fergus remains living. What then happens to Marsley and Fergus and their family?
I don't fucking remember. They stay there, maybe? Maybe they go open in a new town. I don't fucking remember. Maybe they're back on the ridge. Maybe it's that they go back to the ridge.
Okay, but
I do not fucking remember.
So, I think they go back to the ridge. Even as a non-book reader, I truly don't understand why you would change this plot. Why? If you want to tell this story, if you want it in there, why wouldn't you just leave it the way it is and maybe have Henri Christian die in a different way? Or nobody dies. Exactly, right, like you said.
But the impulse to just have it be somebody else means that what they wanted that beat to feel like is, surprise, Henri Christian is alive, beat, surprise, Fergus is dead.
Yeah, and it just feels
like they made a deal with the devil.
Like they tricked you.
They did a trade or something.
I don't like it.
It's not fucking 1-to-1. It's not like, what?
I know.
And then connecting it to the next storyline, which we'll get to, the absolute audacity of making Fergus's return home link up to the Faith storyline.
Oh, yeah.
So they're trading the now dead adopted child for the surprise was alive, is now dead, but you've got a granddaughter.
Yeah.
Child who is related to them by blood is what it felt like.
Yeah.
Because, and even before the Fergus switcheroo happened, that we're jumping a little bit ahead to the Faith and Fanny stuff. I was really bothered in the scene where Claire and Jamie are being like, hey, weird. We got a message from God, basically. Like, did you know we're related by blood? It's an unbelievable coincidence in that we don't actually believe it's a coincidence. It has to be a miracle, and miracles aren't real. But this is fiction. We'd like to make sure that everybody remembers that this is fiction because the writing is so bad. I don't fucking know. In that scene where they're like, hey, surprise, we're related. At no point do they say, and we love you and we're so excited to be your grandparents, but this doesn't change how we feel about you at all. We felt that way already.
Yeah.
Right? Like, they do not reassure this child that their relationship is not different now.
Right.
The most important thing they could have convinced her of right then is that it's just solidifying what they already knew. They had already taken her in. Why does it fucking matter for their relationship that they're related by blood? It doesn't.
It doesn't. Especially when you think of Fergus.
Yeah.
Because they raised him. But now we find out he's blood too. So it's because he's Germain's son. And in Blood of My Blood, we find out that Comte Saint-Germain is fucking Julia's other kid. Yeah, that's Claire's brother.
What?
Yes, ma'am.
That's not true.
It is true. So that's somehow it makes it
true.
even fucking worse.
It does. It does. Because you know what? That was trenchant analysis that I just gave. And and now it doesn't matter because it's also not fucking true. And it's still somehow worse.
I don't know. Anyway, let's just flow through the print shop since we've talked about the difference. So we see that Marsley and Fergus are getting threats in town. Somebody throws a tomato at her or whatever. Oh, but it's a cute scene with just Bree and Marsley in the farmer's market and Bree's coat.
Oh, Bree is wearing this incredible coat. We've maybe seen it before, but
the plaid and the leather.
Yeah, maybe it just looked different in daylight. It was great. It was a beautiful
we
coat.
Both gasped.
Yeah.
We were like, a coat!
If I owned that coat, it would be my favorite piece of clothing that I owned. I would do anything to make sure that it lasted forever.
Take care of it.
Like, Jesus Christ.
So we see that the Savannah is not so great for Fergus and Marsley right now because of the print shop and the seditious materials, whatever. These royalist jackboot fuckers fucking throw a tomato at her. She comes home. Fergus sees her scrubbing it off and is like, what the fuck? And she's like, some asshole threw it at me. Whatever. And he goes, oh, look, we got another note. And then they have this cute little sequence where they talk about the death threats that they are receiving and make fun of them. And while I understand the psychology of Fergus trying to get Marsley to do that to kind of like make it not as scary as it is, it's also fucking scary. Mm-hmm. And this one actively threatens fire. Like, little birdie, fly away home. Your house is on fire and your children are gone. Yeah, something like that. And then that's when we find out that they're ranking them. And that is, I appreciate that. Yeah. And then they have kind of a hot little quickie. Yeah. And we haven't really seen Fergus and Marsley do a lot of the kind of sex scenes. So this was very cute. They're trying to get one off while the kids are running around the house. And he fucking takes her stocking off with his teeth.
Her sock garter and like takes it off with his teeth.
So hot.
It's hot.
That's hot. Cesar Dembois, thank you for that.
Both of them it looked like fun. Yeah. It was a fun sex
scene. Thank you both so much for your work. It was great. And then does the fire just happen that night? Oh, we see Fergus with his children in the print shop teaching them how to use it.
Here's another fucking infuriating thing.
Allison has thoughts about training your children to have to work all the time. Please go.
Like, you got to be aware when you're giving your kids a fucking complex. And maybe don't say to your tiny, impressionable children who just want to please you, you must never put down. I've already named my business Fergus, Fraser and Sons or whatever. But no pressure. You can be whatever you want.
No pressure.
You can be whatever you want. But on top of that, the pen is mightier than the sword, or pen is our sword, and you must never put down your sword. So the day after his dad dies, saving his life, poor little supposed to be dead Henri Christian.
It's like, I gotta go to the print shop.
And it's like, Maman, we have to go to the print shop. Daddy said never to put down our sword. So we've got to go to our burnt down house.
Sorry, kid.
Like, no, buddy, no. That kid, that's a complex for life.
Yeah.
That is, that is a complex for both of them, both of those kids.
So then we fast forward in time a little bit, and it's that night after they have that cute sex scene and whatever, and everybody's asleep in their house, and smoke starts coming in underneath the bedroom door. The kids wake up. They wake up for Marsley and Fergus, and they get out, except for Henri Christian and Germain.
Yeah.
They are on the roof because they like to go up there and look at stars. And so Fergus heroically goes up to save them. And then the moment when he ties the kids to this rope, where it's really clear it's like some kind of crank thing that he has to do to control it. So that's why he has to stay behind in that one moment. But Henri Christian falls off, didn't have the rope tied around him. Okay.
He told Germain
told him
to hold on to the rope and told Henri Christian to hold on to Germain.
But Henri Christian is really small and he loses his grip and falls. And luckily, Roger, our time-traveling daddy, is down there to save another baby's life, just like his dad came back in time to save him in the Blitz. And then he found his dad and saved his life. It's too many time-traveling daddies in this show.
Too many.
But anyway, Roger catches Henri Christian. We already talked about that. And then Fergus falls through the roof to his death. Now, this is terrible. We're all very sad about Fergus being dead, and we've already discussed why the fuck.
Yeah, but I want to specify that, like, the reason that this one is ranked in the middle is because I'm furious about the adaptation choices. It's not a reflection of how well
they did.
The actors in particular are doing, because the effects are not good. That like weird slow motion-y, but the image doesn't look quite right, happens both when Henri Christian falls and then gets caught, and then also when Fergus falls.
Why?
It looks horrible.
It just is bad.
It looks like they've got, and I say this with love, PBS money.
It's like Wishbone.
It is like, it looks like Masterpiece Mysteries.
Yeah.
And I love Masterpiece Mysteries.
Yeah, don't get it twisted, but also not for Outlander.
The
fourth to last show
anti penultimate episode of a series that has made a lot of money.
Anyway.
So, like, maybe if you're going to commit to this, really commit. You could have had a couple fewer horses or something if you needed.
Fergus dies. Then the best scene in the entire episode.
Yeah.
Marsley takes her children to Lord John's house, and they have the kids all in bed. And Marsley, Lauren Lyle, you know what? Thank you. Because
she's that bitch.
You were fucking great in this episode, and you always are. Marsley is understandably under great trauma and distress and is staring at her children as they sleep in bed without blinking because she never wants to let them out of her sight again. And Bree finds her that way and tries to comfort her. And it's an amazing scene between Sophie Skelton and Lauren Lyle. And finally,
it also comes right after, we won't go into this because it's much simpler and really well done, but like doesn't compare to the scene at all. It comes after Brianna is like, hey, Roger, if I died, would you stay here? Would you go to the future? And they have a little discussion about that.
Yeah.
But then she goes in to take care of Marsley, and it's this like single staging. Like you only see them. Brianna sits on the floor and pulls Marsley's head into her lap because she says, you have to sleep. And Marsley says, I can't, I have to watch them. I can't ever take my eyes off them again. And she says, I will watch them. You sleep. And then they have this conversation while they're both facing the camera and looking at nothing. And it's so beautiful.
It was lovely. And Lauren Lyle is just excellent.
And so is Sophie Skelton.
They did a great job.
We were talking about this before we started recording. She's really good at pretending not to cry. Mm-hmm. At playing that she's trying not to cry.
Yeah.
That's really hard to do. And I 100% believed it.
And Lauren Lyle's performance here is very raw, as it would be. And she's just very
and she doesn't push it.
Performer. No, it feels natural. Yeah. It feels real.
It feels physical in a way that sometimes when people are playing like really overwhelming, overpowering grief.
When do we get let's switch slightly gears here to talk about the Fergus in memoriam shit. What was that?
She says basically, after Henri Christian wakes them up and says, I have to start addressing my childhood trauma. We need to go to the print shop.
Get back to the print shop.
Brianna, I think, says, like, you could go somewhere and start over, or you could stay, like, what are you going to do?
Go to the ridge.
And Marsley says, well, first thing is I have to bury my husband. I have to bring him home. And I was wondering, is that going to be France? Is it going to be Scotland? Oh, because they're talking about whether or not she should take the money.
Yes.
That's what they were talking about. Whether or not she should take the mystery Percy money. They set off for the ridge. That's where home is. So they're bringing Fergus's body back to the ridge. And after we get some not great Claire voiceover about Fergus coming home and everybody's grief. And you see Fanny sort of watching everybody else be sad. But there's a lot of there's a horrible shot of Marsley like scream crying into Jamie's chest.
Yeah.
That's really brutal. Sam Heughan does a nice, like, it's palpable grief. And then it cuts to him making a coffin for Fergus, who has already been cremated. So
what?
That's an awfully big box.
Wouldn't he be in a box in the thing
I don't know. There's a whole line about it. There's nothing left but ash and bone.
Right. Anyway.
Oh, it's brutal.
It was a small coffin, though.
It was a small coffin. So Jamie is making this coffin, and while he's making the coffin, we get like Fergus Fraser in memoriam.
Yes, which was
fucking sucks.
Totally made no sense. Felt like a step backwards in time to just. It was cheesy. It was cheesy.
We saw a lot. It means we got to see a lot of little Roman, whatever his name is, who played young Fergus,
who was great. And it's good to see them, but the use of the little flashback kind of montage thing, it just felt cheesy.
It was too long,
and it was too long.
And it sort of felt like, just in case you've forgotten why you cared about this character.
Yeah,
and I would rather have watched Sam Heughan fucking build a coffin for Fergus.
Yeah,
like. You could have just given me like 90 seconds of Jamie just building that coffin.
And crying.
And I would have been, and like Claire coming out and watching and maybe walking away, like anything. Don't even need dialogue.
No in memoriam.
And it would have been so much more effective. Also, they did an in memoriam for Fergus and did not include Deux Girls, One Moi.
No shit.
Come on.
That's the greatest hit.
And Jamie wouldn't have been there for that. And I'm sure we're supposed to be seeing what was in his head.
From Jamie's mind, right?
But
yeah, anyway.
They also included a clip of the terrible wig and beard.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It's like a dun bonnet or whatever.
Yeah, the dun bonnet pube.
Okay, so with Fergus being buried at the Ridge, that's kind of a wrap on the whole print shop thing.
And Fanny makes Jamie a Karen.
Oh, that's right. Fanny
Which
makes
was a nice
Jamie a Karen.
Idea, not particularly well executed.
But that's what kind of
what brings
links it all together. And then here we go. This is the most infuriating plot line of this episode. And we'll try to keep it brief because we don't want to get our fucking blood pressure up, and it's not worth our
We have also
effort.
already talked about it.
Yeah. So it's everything that happens on the Ridge, and Faith and Fanny and Jane and Claire and Jamie.
Basically, they bring back the excellent Sylvia Presente.
Yes.
To do a Deus Ex exclusive interview.
Yeah, whatever it is. Her jailhouse confession.
Yes. Basically, Ian got his hands on a piece of inflammatory writing about the murderess that he sent down. And then he tracked down the writer and got the writer to give him their notes, which I thought was really smart.
Yes.
From the interview.
The jailhouse interview / confession
that Jane
gave.
Yes.
Jane gave. Yeah, killed him. And I killed him again.
Yeah. But basically, it's like there was an excerpt, never before seen footage.
Oh, yeah.
Where
exclusive.
She says, well, it's a funny story. Funny you should ask about my mother. She was left at a lace maker's or a dressmaker's, a seamstress of some kind, across from an apothecary.
What?
And it's crazy what happened. This little guy came in and he was like, hey, this baby's mom is really sick and this baby's dad is in jail. Please hang on to this baby until the lady comes. And if she doesn't ever show up, you have to go find her. It's Lady Brock Turok. So basically we spend, I would say, half of the episode.
Yes.
On here's how we are justifying Faith still being alive.
Right.
Like the backstory that they came up with to make this possible. I don't fucking care.
Like, why?
You already made the choice. I don't need the how.
Also, brass tacks, she's still dead.
Yeah. Like, listen, unless you're about to start going deep on the science of blue light magic.
Yeah.
Like, I don't fucking care. That doesn't matter. It's a stupid choice to begin with. The ambiguity is the only thing that makes it even remotely interesting. And confirming it is just giving us Jack's fucking tattoo backstory. Ugh. Oh, I'm so angry. And the thing about it that's the most insulting is just when we got to the end, it's like, oh, thanks. Maybe now this will just be over.
Yeah.
Maybe we wasted basically an entire episode.
Oh, at least. If this is episode 7, we've wasted at least probably a whole episode or episode and a half on this bullshit.
Yeah.
Time-wise.
At least.
Of the final season of Outlander on a plot that's not in the books and does not exist.
And doesn't matter.
Right. And
like,
nobody cares.
It doesn't matter.
Ugh.
It shouldn't matter. The whole point is like family.
Found family or real blood.
Like,
it's all family.
Like Claire starts caring about Roger before Roger is ever connected with Bree because of his connection to someone she cared about when she was going through a difficult time. Right? Just this woman who was running an inn. And she had this incredible thing happen to her and then remained connected to that woman. And
met this kid.
Right? And met this kid because of that woman. And so she cared about him because of that woman. That's the whole point of why she connects with Roger right away. Right? We don't need the other shit. No. We don't need it.
And she's still dead.
So the idea that this show is going so hard on blood of my blood.
No.
What is wrong with you? Read the room. That's like the whole point of Fergus is that Jamie claims him. That's a fundamental part of the character.
Oh, I know. And they fucked it right up.
Like that. It's so important. And it's so important to who Jamie is. And it's reflected in who Frank is to Brianna.
Right.
Like, how dare you?
I know.
How dare you?
It's lazy and boring.
I just passed. I'm leaning into how angry I am for comic effect and into, no, I really actually am this angry. Like, when you think about how it reflects on what they're saying about Brianna and Frank, then you add all of the shit where Claire and Jamie seem to think that maybe Frank was just fucking with him. Like Frank Randall would ever do something that could potentially hurt his daughter.
Never.
Like, that's his daughter.
He is providing a service in this book. To me, it's pretty clear. He is warning you.
Yeah.
And y'all need to get out of your weird little headspaces here and just take Frank's word as bond. Like, he knows what happens.
I understand Jamie being suspicious. I do not understand Claire being suspicious. No. She watched him raise that girl.
She watched him raise another man's daughter as if she was his own, with true love, respect, honor, teaching her things that he knew she was going to need. Like, he's her dad.
If Jamie says, do you think we can trust what he says? The only answer that Claire would have given is yes.
Because it's for Brianna.
It's his integrity as a historian.
And it's for Brianna.
And it's a book he dedicated to his daughter. No, he's not trying to sneaky time travel murder you. What are you talking about? No, he's not doing psyops.
Oh my God, you know
from
what?
The future.
I just realized, and I'd never really put it together, but truly Frank is another time traveling daddy.
Oh my God, he is.
So many time traveling daddies.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh. Frank is the Terminator. He's here to deliver a message.
Hey, come with me if you want to live.
Like Jesus, that's what he's doing. So I get Jamie being suspicious,
right? But not Claire.
Not Claire.
Yeah.
Jamie doesn't know the man, and all he knows is he's related. That he caused Claire some pain, but also took care of his kid, and that Frank is related to Blackjack. That's all he knows. That's all he knows for sure. It doesn't make sense that he would be suspicious. There's no universe in which Claire would be suspicious.
Especially not if the book was dedicated to Bree, which it is. Like, it's clear. He wrote it to help her in some way.
And I don't know one person who like sincerely loves history who would ever mix it up on purpose. Like, history nerds, they don't do that.
No,
that's like,
that book got published. You see, this book got, which means it was Right.
Fact checked.
Yeah, this means this book went through several series of reviews.
Which, it's not to say bullshit gets published all the time, but like...
History books, though, especially for somebody who's a doctor at Harvard or whatever, that shit's real. It's peer reviewed. Like fucking, come on.
Yeah.
We know it's real.
That's incredibly
That's another thing
stupid.
that Claire should be saying to him, too, is the publishing process in the future. You know, many people read the book before it gets printed. This is factual.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, Frank is telling the truth. So let's figure out how to work with it. Because I believe that's why he's here.
We're not talking about Bill O'Reilly writing about Lincoln here.
No.
This is like a Harvard historian writing about a subject that he is deeply invested in and dedicating it to his daughter.
Yes.
Like, if anything was going to be like, hey, Scotsman in the past, you can trust me. You want to know how I dedicated this book to our daughter?
Our daughter. That's the other thing, too.
Oh, does this also mean that the show thinks that William is not really Lord John's son? Because that's some fucking bullshit, too. Oh, I'm so angry.
Yeah. Okay. We've been on record as not loving this Fate storyline since it started kind of rearing its ugly head towards the end of last season. And I'm very sad that it got added.
Yep.
It really, to me, is a weak enough sauce situation to where it really tempers my enjoyment of a show that I really do love. I love the actors. I love the characters. But this is just a bummer, man.
It is. It's undermining all of the trust that I put in the show.
The investment that you spoke of earlier.
Yes, exactly. Because it's what powers you through when a show like this, a long-running show like this, stumbles, is all of that trust and investment. And Outlander has made a lot of mistakes, and I have stuck with it because of that investment and because I had gotten a good return on my investment. And even when things were messed up, I was still getting a good return on my investment. Even when they were fucking doing the Aquaman shit. Even the boo, 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 right? Even the fucking falling statue. All that bullshit. Mm-hmm. Anytime there was something, because the falling statue happened in what was one of the best shows, in the best episodes in the history of the show. And you know what? It's not anymore. It's not anymore. That episode is so important to Outlander season 2 and to that marriage. Like that episode, if yesterday you had asked me to rank like the top 10 episodes of Outlander, I don't know what those 10 would have been because I would need to review a lot of fucking Outlander. But I can tell you that there are 2 episodes that would be in the top 5. The Wedding and Faith.
Mm-hmm.
Those 2. And the one where Jenny and Claire in the woods probably would all be in the top 5.
Mm-hmm.
But those 2, The Wedding and Faith, 100%.
Yeah, Faith was good except for that stupid slow-mo falling statue.
Only the slow-mo falling statue keeps that from being the definitive best episode of Outlander. Mm-hmm. That's the only thing. It's not the best example of an episode of Outlander, right? Like you would want, if you were picking one episode of Outlander to show somebody, it would probably be The Wedding, right? You want something with great costumes, with great fucking, with great acting.
And good Scotland porn.
Yes. And so you pick The Wedding. Or you pick, Who Won the Battle of Culloden? You know, like you've got options.
Both sides now. Yeah, that was a good one.
You've got plenty of options. But now that episode
is not important anymore.
No, it doesn't mean that Claire's feelings weren't important anymore, but it sure does mean that the show is like, I don't know what they're fucking thinking.
I don't know. I really hope this is it, because at the end of the episode, you see that Fanny has accepted the...
Oh, yes. This is the point I was building up to.
Yes.
We see Fanny
take Sam's
say
hand.
Oh, Grandpa.
Yeah.
Granda. Whatever.
Yeah, she calls him Granda and she takes his hand and he's like, all right, cool.
Right?
Yeah.
Thank God. A blood relative. But then they cut to the new Jack's tattoo. Jack's tattoo will no longer be the fucking example of a Jack's tattoo situation. It is now.
I had almost forgotten.
They took, 2.5 precious minutes of what remains of Outlander.
And devoted it to...
How did the baby know the song?
Fucking
and their answer is Monsieur Raymond sang it one time to someone whose first language is not English. because he was in too much of a hurry to what? Write it down?
Write a note, or maybe a note for Claire like, hey, your baby's across the street because I knew you were sick and Jamie's in jail. I had to blow town, man.
I had to resurrect that baby in private. Here's where you can find it. If you have time to sing an entire song in a language that is not your first language, that you presumably have only heard once. If you have time to sing that entire fucking song to a nice seamstress. Yeah, to a nice seamstress who has this, you're handing a baby
remember
to,
it,
right? If you have time to do that, you have time to write a fucking note.
We went on a little mental journey about it as we were preparing to record, and we're like, do you think that the baby was born stillbirth? And then Monsieur Raymond came in and took it and was like walking away with it. And then all of a sudden was like, looked down and the baby was alive again, like Claire with the baby that she brought back. And all of a sudden, Mr. Raymond is like, I can do what? What? I gotta get rid of this baby. Like,
either way, if this was what was happening, I guess I would have liked to see it then.
Yeah. I would have liked to have seen Mr. Raymond bring the baby back to life in that moment instead of creating this multi-year stupidity.
Or just say it in that. You already confirmed it. Why are you confirming it again?
Yeah.
You already wasted my time confirming this once. Again, it is something that would be more interesting if I didn't have the answer.
If I didn't know.
But you've already answered it. Why are we still talking about this?
No, we're done.
How did the baby learn the fucking song?
Come on now.
My God.
So
it's so insulting.
It's just boring.
Oh, I texted longtime listener of the show, one of the people that Julie and I are so grateful to say, like, this person started as a listener and now they're a friend, and that's amazing that the show has done that for us. So at least we got something.
At least we got that, y'all. We got that.
Anyway,
okay.
Larissa, I texted Larissa and was like, hey, if you have a quote or anything you want to share. And she just sent me a video that she apparently also posted in Slack of her pointing at the television and going, fuck no. Fuck no. Because
fuck no.
Fuck no. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I cannot believe it.
They've got 3 episodes left.
The song thing, that's like, it's like it's all of a sudden there's a scene from Drunk History. That's what it feels like. Like, that is inexplicable. It doesn't look right. No. His wig doesn't look right.
Yeah, his costume looked weird.
Doesn't look right.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Whatever. This was a miss. It was a miss.
This is the single worst episode of Outlander.
Except for Laura and Lyle. Laura and Lyle, you are
all
incredible.
The actors are innocent.
Yes,
they all did a great
actors
job.
Are innocent. All the actors did good work in
every
this episode.
Every single one of them. Everybody did great.
The plot.
Can we have a moment for poor Sam Huon starting the episode with the Frank voiceover?
Oh yeah,
and climbing the wall and then finishing his line. Whatever he said, like, except for me, or whatever he said. You're
what
hearing
did he
the
say?
Frank.
Hold on,
the Frank narration.
Including me.
Like,
why did they
and
do
then
that
we get
to
an unnecessary drone shot. Like, ooh, the action sequence. No, he just did some light rock climbing.
But you know what? He is a professional, and he did deliver the line, and so good job.
And as I was watching it, I was like, oh, he dug deep for that.
Yeah,
he was like, okay, you can do this. You can do this.
He also really had to dig deep for the faith is evidence in
oh
things
my
not
God.
seen.
Yeah, we haven't even talked about how bad all of the fucking families like lace, faith, evidence, but the threads, the fibers, the blah, 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 blah. No. Oh, terrible writing.
Yeah.
That's some drunk ass history ass writing.
Sorry, y'all. This was a miss. In fact, to me, it might be worse than Aquaman.
Oh, listen, that episode is better than this one. Yeah. That episode at least had things we were interested in.
Yeah.
That scene is terrible.
Yeah.
This episode didn't have one moment that had that much oomph behind it, where I would rather have had Aquaman. You know what I mean? Because at least there, they were like, this is going to be rapturous. It's going to be so beautiful. This was just fucking filler at the 11th hour.
I think that's the thing that's frustrating me the most over the last few episodes, is that it just feels like they're not taking advantage of the short amount of time they have left in ways that I think would be more productive to this particular story, and wrapping it up in a way that is satisfying to the people who have, as you have very correctly mentioned, invested so much of their time and effort and love and thought into these storylines. And so it just feels like you don't care about that sometimes, and that sucks.
I want to put out there that I firmly believe that fans aren't owed things.
Yeah.
Right? By the people who make, like,
no, of course
we are not owed anything.
No.
But a sign of a healthy relationship between you and your chosen hyperfixation is that you put your heart into watching it, into thinking about it and engaging with it, and then you get something back. It's not a betrayal. Like, they're not doing it on purpose. If the issue is that they're not doing exactly what you wanted, that's nobody
different.
owes you that.
Yeah, nobody owes you that.
Because if they still care, if they're making something that they obviously care about, then it won't matter if I think it doesn't work. It'll still feel right. This doesn't feel like anything because it's
created out of nothing.
It's just bullshit. Like, why? If somebody asked me for, like, an example of when a showrunner doesn't fucking care about the show they're making so badly that they don't on a fundamental level understand why people like it, I would pick this now. You know what I mean? Like, I would put it in the fucking dictionary. Like, I would say, here is your go-to example of when a showrunner completely misreads the fucking room. Why do you think we watch this show? For that bullshit. That's not why I'm here. And I'm not here for butts either, although I do appreciate the butts.
I do appreciate the butts, so thank you for all the butts.
But I'm not here for the butts. I'm here for the characters. And Faith as a character, we literally never fucking meet because she died. And now that we know that she didn't die,
but she still did die.
We're still not gonna fucking meet her.
She still did die.
Like,
that's the thing. Like, that is the spiral of why it's not important.
You know what?
It's not important.
Maybe it'll be like Lost. And right at the 11th hour, we'll get a fucking pee pool.
Oh my God.
Like, maybe we're about to get
shows
an
up?
entire episode of Faith, like Faith's whole backstory. I don't fucking care. It's going to be Allison Janney in the pee pool.
What if she shows up?
Oh, she won't show up.
Oh my God.
She was killed by pirates.
Oh, yeah. Yarr. Thinking maybe I like a boat again.
Piracy was a real risk.
It was.
And it was. It was. But Jesus Christ, killed by pirates.
Shake it out. Let's do our superlatives and let's set this one aside.
Okay.
Okay.
We have the same golden pamplemousse, so you go ahead and give it to her. And
Lauren Lyle, you win. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. I'm thrilled. What a great performance. You were magnetic.
I'm sorry that you had to do it in such shitty circumstances.
Yeah, I'm sorry that it was in an episode that... This was also a quibble of mine. I'm a non-book reader, but I knew that the print shot fire was coming. Like, it was very clear.
Season.
And that really feels like a very important thing that happens in the books.
Oh yeah, it's a like the bear scene. It's one of those. You read it and it's like burned in your brain forever.
Right.
It's Diana Gabaldon wrote the whether you think it's a good inclusion in the series or not, she wrote the shit out of it. It's very impactful.
So why would you share the plot line of an episode with something that important with something this not important? It feels a little disrespectful.
Yeah, because if you do start to ask why, there is no answer.
No reason.
No, I'm not finishing my sentence there. Mm-hmm. There is no answer that isn't damning, because the question would be related by blood, related by choice.
With.
Right? That's the only, like, if you're trying to figure out why those two storylines belong together, all three of them, because of William, all three of them, what is a family? What does it mean to be related to someone? Anyway, I'm getting a little teary. That makes me so angry. That's probably not why, but that's the only interpretation I can think of as why you would pair these storylines together.
So the print shop plot, was completely different than, as I've heard, what was in the book. And that's weird and okay, whatever. But Lauren Lyle was great. Lauren Lyle had great work this episode. We got to see her be lighthearted and fun with Bree. We got to see her true grief. It's just great performance. She's
fun
the best.
Sex scene.
Yeah, fun sex scene. She's just, we've always loved her because she's fucking funny and sharp, and Marsley rules. And I'm sad that this plotline had to be so weird and kind of weirdly disrespected by this episode, but she turned it out.
I totally agree. I will use my time to point out runner-up Sophie Skelton.
Okay.
She
did a good job.
I really liked the difference between her scene with Roger and the scene with Marsley, but that scene with her and Marsley on the floor, that's top tier Outlander.
That was a great scene.
Even with the writing being fine.
It reminded me of, I can't remember what season it was in, but it was the first time that they really gelled together. It was like a late night on the ridge or something, and they both came into the kitchen and remember that scene? Remember how good that scene was? So these two,
and it was so nice to see Brianna interacting with somebody else. And
exactly.
It really, 100%. I forgot about that scene.
These two actors together they're very good together. They're fun to watch together, and they understand each other very deeply. And it was great. So you go with Brie, huh? You're going with Sophie Skelton.
Well, as runner-up, because I agree with you,
Lauren
but
Lyle.
rather than say more about Lauren Lyle, who we could say plenty about because she's incredible.
She's the best.
But I'll say Sophie Skelton would also be most improved, maybe of the series. Although Sam has also...
he's done a lot of work.
He is really... He's grown so much as an actor. But I think maybe Sophie Skelton has grown more. And that scene between the two of them is the highlight of the episode by 9 million miles.
9 million
There's
miles.
that scene, and then there are a couple of other, and I guess this fun sex scene. And there's everything that David Barry says.
and then
there's everything else.
Okay, what was your favorite costume? We talked about Bree's coat. Yeah. I'm trying to think if that coat is the only thing.
Honorable mention to the sock and the ribbon.
Honorable mention to the Caesar Danboy removing the garter ribbon with his teeth because that was very hot. And honorable mention to sweaty, drunk, hot Lord John Grey on the porch in Georgia when it's hot outside. And
removing his
cravat. Oh, yeah.
It's just like, Jesus Christ. Oh God! Now my ex-situationship is here.
Why is he here? Okay. Anyway, any
perseverance.
That's right. Any final thoughts other than 3 left?
I'm so mad that I am not excited about this end of the show that I've loved for so long.
We're gonna get it back. We're gonna get it back. There's good. I really believe that this will be it. Because now that we've established the fact, then they don't have to talk about it anymore. It's over now. Hopefully.
I hope so.
I have faith. Bye!
You take that back.
Thank you for listening. You can find more information on this and the rest of our shows at podlanderpresents.com. You can also find us on Instagram at PodlanderCast, at Podlander Presents, and at various Instagram handles for our various other shows. Our Instagram and website are wrangled by Amelia Ham on the Loose Bazell. All Podlander Presents programming is produced by Allison Shoemaker, Julie Starbird, and Amelia Ham on the Loose Bazell. Our editor is Chris Barrett. Our artwork is by Viv Pickles, aka Laura, and we are, as always, eternally grateful to our Drunk Slack moderators, particularly Moderator-in-Chief Jenna Polkowski. You can support the show by going to patreon.com/PodlanderDrunkcast, where you can find all kinds of cool stuff, including access to our Slack, our mostly weekly live watches, early access to episodes, some bonus content, and other fun things. Again, that's patreon.com/PodlanderDrunkcast. You can also support us by leaving a review wherever it is that you get your podcasts, Spotify, Apple, wherever. Just give us a little review and we will be so grateful to you. And in addition to all of those wonderful people who do all of those wonderful things, we want to especially thank the following lovely folks who support us on Patreon. Claire, Stacy Aaron Calvert, Sarah Bosshart, Amy Colleen, Holly Robertson, Carr, Emily Rydell Fornander? Hope it's right. Bonnie, not a prince or a douche, just my name. Jessica Brewer, Kristen Bennett, Gwendolyn Wind, Evietta Chapman, Copper 29 Dragons, Mariana Morris, Janine Hassenberg, Ginka Soja, Cindy Ella, Jay Dykey, Catherine Bullard, Vanessa, Rebecca's Gift, Melissa Mendez, Leslie Jamie, Jennifer, Christina Marina, Tara Ross, Victoria Pegg, Aditi Joshi Parker, Mindy Newell, Laura Coach Mama LT, Tracy Stewart, Brenda Haha, Shayna, Diana Spragg, Ashley LaHue, Doc JWS, Just Ducky 215, Karen Shane, Eliza Krakowski, Tanya Rickster, Megan Rich, Kate Snipes, Naomi Beckman-Strauss, Alyssa McGuire, Laura Mahoney, Ashley Winteroth, Midnight Burger, Anna N., Dakota Girl, Margot Mansfield, Snazzy Knack, Lisa Briand, Julia Gulia of the Shreveport Gulias. That's a Midnight Burger joke. Kathleen Martini, Jessie Massey, Taryn, KK, Emily Day, Caitlin Reddick, Katie NJ, Molly, Maria DeVito, Kristen and Emerson, Larissa Malmstat, Freckled Fury, Amelia Ham on the Loose Bazell, Patrick, Liz Peniston, Lindsay, Caitlin Ross, Megan Matthey, Denise Perkins, Monica, Amanda Smazazmzazmza, Lori Johnson, Sarah McKelvain, Brittany Hulbert, Amy Gustafson, Rachel Townsend, Meredith Kersey, Amber, Liz, Kelly Mazzella, Mary the Falling Statue, Karen J. Young, Philip Nako, Tara Lucchino, Viv Pickles, Mary of the Grapefruit, Jean Kiesler, Kirsty, Jenna Polkowski, Scotty Caldwell, Ann Gibson, Kristen Flannery, Kate G., Jennifer Grebb, Keenan Caldwell, Dee Crawford, Heather Janoff, Kara Marlowe, Trish McCrary, Julie DuToit, Jen Lynn, Kelly Clark, Queen Elizabeth the Young, Jennifer Moniz, and Kiki the Wise. We all love you very much. Thank you so much for supporting us doing all this premium female content.